Hello everyone, welcome back again. It's faculty Emmanuel from CapacityBay.org, and I'm your instructor for this section. So in the previous section I gave you guys a project to go try out a HTML project. So in this section I'm going to be giving you guys a solution to that project. Hope you all attempted the project and follow through to see if you're correct. All right, and without further ado, let's dive right in. So I already have my Visual Studio Code up here. I have the questions, and I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to call it assignment.html. Generate my boiler template and give the title of assignment, and then let's start. The first question says create an ordered list with a type of alphabet A, alright, with 10 items. So I'm going to create an ordered list. It's going to have a type equal to A, and then it's going to have list items. So I'm just give it a hello, and then 10 list items. All right, so let's run this on the browser and see the output. Open with live server. All right, so we have this here. Okay, so that's an ordered list. Now let's go back here. The next question says add a paragraph of 50 plus words and another paragraph with 60 plus words. So let's do that. I'll go back here, and then right here I have the paragraph text, and I'm going to use lorem just for junk text 50 plus words, and then I'm going to change my view. I want it to be word wrap so that I can see everything. Alright, and then I'm going to create another paragraph with 60 plus words. So I'm also going to use lorem. Don't want to start typing anything in the class, so I hit enter, and then I have this. Okay, so the next question says add a div tag with a class attribute. So I'm gonna add a div tag, div with a class attribute. So I'm gonna add a class attribute. I'm just gonna call it attribute assignment. Okay, simple as that. Done that. And I'm going to come over here. The next question says create a paragraph with some text and add color to it. So I can say paragraph P. I say hello world, and then I'm going to add it color to it. So I'm going to add a style attribute, and then equal to tab. I'm going to add the color property, and then I'm going to add the color I want, so red. Okay, so you see that the style attribute having some values, and then having a property of color, and then the color value red. Alright, so if I run this on my browser right now, I already have it running on my browser, so now you can see I have hello world in red. For here I have the two paragraphs. Okay, so what's the next question? Now the next question says input the text. This is my first section, right after the opening body tag, and comment it out. Okay, so go over here just to add a comment immediately after the opening body tag, and then I'm going to add a comment. So I use less than my exclamation dash dash. All right, and then I add a comment. This is my first comment. Okay, oh sorry, I guess it was section. All right, so this is my first section. This is a comment, and then let's go back and see the next question. So the next question says create a heading and heading of welcome to CapacityBay, so I can just go over here and then I add a H1, alright, of welcome to CapacityBay, and then I save, go back to my browser. You can see that welcome to CapacityBay as a heading. Then the next question says create a table of 4 columns and 3 rows containing name, class, subject, and let's call it date as the column, and then fill out the rows. So simple as that. We're taking this at the head sections where we're having the name, class, subjects, and then it has some values as rows. So let's do that. Go over here. Now I'm gonna create a table tag, and then since I'm going to start with rows, I'm going to create a table row, tr. Now it's heading where I have my name, class, subject. Those are headings, table headings. So I'm going to add my table head, th, and then add the name. I'll duplicate this, and then add the class. I'll duplicate this, and then add the subject. I'll duplicate this, and then add the date. Alright, so if I go back to my browser, you can see we're having some progress. So the next step, they said we should then fill out the rows. Alright, so let's add rows that takes this precedence. Alright, now I'll go back to my assignment, and I'm going to create another row. This is a row on its own, so I'm going to create a different row, which is table row, and then I'm going to give it table data, no longer table head, because we already have our headings, so we want to give it table data. So I'm going to do td, and then I'm going to say name is Emmanuel, and then class, let's just say web, and the subject, let's call it HTML, and then dates Monday. Alright, so save that and go to my browser. You can see I have that here. So I'll go ahead and duplicate this row, okay, because they said we should have about I guess as the row, and fill out the rows. Alright, so 4 columns and 3 rows. So I already have 4 columns, and then I want to take this and make it 3 rows. So I have the first row, second, and the third row. Alright, with the same content. I can decide to change it. I can say okay, this is a Marachi, and then I can decide to change this to Amos and save. Alright, you can see that. So with that done, let's go to the next question. Now next question says add an image to your web page. Alright, so and I'll be going here, and outside my table I'm going to input an image tag. Now image tag has the source attribute and the alt attribute, so I'm going to input the source attribute. So I have an image over here which is lab.jpg, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to import that lab.jpg. Alright, and then I'm going to add an alternative. So let's say laptop. You know what this is for, just in case the image is not loaded. Alright, so let's save and then go to the browser. You can see my image over here. I have the image. Alright, now the next step says create a paragraph with 100 plus words and apply this HTML formatting to it. Alright, so we have the bold text. First of all, let me go over to my assignment, and I'm going to create a paragraph with 100 plus words, 100. Alright, and then the first formatting says bold text. So I want to bold my text. How do I do that? Let's bold this one. So I'm going to pass in the bold tag, and I'm going to place this inside. Alright, so this particular text is going to get bold. So let's go to our browser, and then you can see over here is bold. Now I have the next one, which is important text, still similar to bold. So let's make this text important by adding the strong tag to it, and then just gonna copy this and paste it into here. So if I go back to my browser and refresh, you can see it's strong. Alright, so the next one says italic text. Alright, so I want to make my text italic. Let's say I want to make this italic. I'm gonna do this and then put it here. So this is the tag for italic text. The next one says emphasized. I want my text to be emphasized. Now let's see our italic text. You can see our text is italic over here, and then I want to make this one emphasized. So I'm going to use the em tag, and I'm going to take this input here, and then I save. You can see that it's emphasized. Okay, the next one says marked text. So I'm going to go over here and look for a text. Alright, let me mark this out. So I'm going to put the mark tag, and I'm going to place this in it, marked. So if I go to my browser, you can see my text is marked out. Alright, so what's the next? The next says smaller text. So I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna make this text small. I'm gonna take this and then bring it in here and go over there, refresh. You can see my text is a small. And then the next one says deleted text. So I'm gonna make this text deleted. No, let me do that to this. So I'm gonna add the del tag, and then I'm gonna copy and do this. Alright, so if I go over here, save, you can see my text is deleted. Okay, so the next one says inserted. So I want to make my text inserted. I'm gonna do that to this. I'm gonna add the ins tag, then I'm gonna copy and paste this here. So if I go to my browser, you can see my text is inserted. It has been underlined. Go over here. The next one says subscript, and the next one says superscript. So I'm going to make these texts subscript. So I've used the sub tag, and now copy and paste this, and I'm going to make this the superscript, which is sub. I'm going to copy this and put it in here. So if I save, I can see my subscripts and I can see my superscript. Alright, so I'm going to be ending here. In the next section, we're going to be continuing from the chapter 10. So that will be the end of this section. If you have any questions, drop that in the comment section below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification icon to get notified whenever we drop a new video, and see you in the next section.